pal.
Oh, thank you. Woo. You're on form. You're right. This is golden time for you. It's an election year. You can annoy everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, I never think of you as being a political comic because I just think you irritate just about everybody you can get your hands on. Have you been doing that your whole life? Is that your idea?
Irritating everyone?
Yeah.
I think I've really had no other choice.
Right.
My personality's naturally irritating, and I don't
find you irritating. I find you curious.
Oh, really?
Kind of bi-curious in many ways.
We're moving very quickly during this interview.
Do you know what it is? It's this.
Man, you really came back here. Texas really changed you.
Yeah. You know what it is? The throat medication is really changing me. Yeah.
You've gone from Kathleen Turner to Harvey Fierstein now. Is that so wrong, Greg?
You never see them both at the same time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I remember you from working in the UK. You did the Whose Line Is It Anyway over there. And now this thing you've got going on in Hollywood, which I think is sensational, is what is it called? It's like a talk show, but there are no cameras there. Kind of like the Golden Globes are going to be this year. It's kind of like it's like a Hollywood thing, but no cameras and everybody cusses. But I love it.
Yeah. No one crosses any picket lines to get on my show. It's clear that I have no writers. I do.
I, on the other hand, do have writers, and still. I know. Although they left.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah, they usually leave after the monologue.
Oh, sure. Well, they got to get home and get the bong heated up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I do my own little chat show at a club called Largo over on Fairfax, which is right up the street from the studio. And, in fact, you were on in December. He was so funny.
I like doing your talk show because you can really, really be very, very rude on your talk show. But what I thought about it when I was there is that everyone is very trendy and hip, you know, and everyone's very thin. We talked about this. They're all thin and wearing black clothing and pretending they're cold. It's so cold. I'm too cool to be warm.
You know what it's like here? People in Hollywood are so underweight. If they eat a donut, they talk about it for weeks.
I know.
You know? Yesterday, I had half a bite of a Krispy Kreme. It's like you need an airlift from the UN or something. And people have those giant lollipop, you know, medicine ball heads and the tiny O-seater bodies.
I know.
And Olsen twins look like a shivery chihuahua you find.
That's right. You see them with the little dog, and you're like, what wants the little dog? I know. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Greg Proops. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with the very lovely, charming, he'll never annoy you, Greg Proops. Hey, I was out of town for the weekend. Were you here?
I was.
Because it was raining. I was very sad to miss it because I love it when it rains in L.A.
It's marvelous. When it rains here, we get 2 drops of rain, and it's Stormwatch 2008.
I know. They go crazy.
The Mega Doppler 7000. We have radar here to trace the 1 drop of rain.
I know.
And as soon as it starts to rain, a horse inevitably slides into a culvert and has to be choppered out.
It's the same horse every time. You know that?
This horse has the most tenuous grasp on Earth. Apparently, any moisture at all sends horses plummeting into a concrete abutment. And first of all, who keeps horses in Hollywood? That's what I want to know. You don't, like, see them running down the street here, whatever. Here they act so panicky. If you've ever been to Chicago or New York, it'll be pouring snow, and you go out to the club that night, and it's packed.
With people wearing T-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, honestly, and then you come in Los Angeles, 2 drops of rainfall. I'm not going to go out tonight. We're living in an igloo now. We had to put the animals 2 by 2 into the Lexus and take them to West Covina.
Do you know what I can't get? Is that when it rains in L.A., it becomes the news.
Yes.
You know, it's like they started going, today in L.A. it rained. And like there's stuff going on, Pakistan, and they have war right. It's like, and today in L.A. it rained. That's the end of the news. That's when I know the news is over, when the weather comes on. And then and you know what I hate? When the newscasters pretend that the weatherman gave us the weather. Like he's God or something. Like, oh, you better have better weather. You don't bring the weather. You're a failed actor. You don't bring the weather.
Well, I'm afraid I have bad news about tomorrow.
I'm going to give you some rain because I'm the mighty rain god. Chad.
The best is the weather broadcast in England. We were in England in November, and of course, just pouring every day.
All the time. Yeah. It's raining and it's gorgeous.
But they're honest about it. In the English weather, here they'll go, well, it might be sunny tomorrow. In England, they go, dreadful. Just dreadful. Tomorrow's outlook, dreary. Followed by depression. Don't leave your house. Make some tea. Just sit alone. Stare at your bedsit. I love that about the weather there.
You do like it over there in Britain, don't you? You like all that depression and stuff, huh?
It's a nice break from the optimism of the United States.
Yeah, it's a nice balance,
It really
I think.
is.
It's a nice balance. But you're from San Francisco. They have depression up there, don't they?
We have everything up there. We have a mayor.
You sure do. Yeah.
After your trip to Texas, I think you'd enjoy San Francisco. We have a mayor who had an affair with his campaign manager's wife, was an alcoholic, thrown into rehab. If you haven't been to rehab, you pronounce it rehab.
Rehab after the show. You don't know me.
He had a drug problem. He had an affair with his campaign manager's wife, and he was reelected in a landslide.
Yeah.
We like to party.
I quite like that about San Francisco.
Yeah.
They do have this very forgiving nature.
Oh,
this very kind of, they're very liberal, very kind of easygoing. But did you still live there, or you lived?
I did. I lived in San Francisco for ages and ages. I'm from there, and it's poisoned me for the rest of the world, because when I go to other places and people don't act like they do in San Francisco, I'm like, what? We can't drink on the street in the morning? You know?
Yeah.
God, you're harsh, you know?
I know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of, when the first time I went there, I went, this reminds me of some, this is like Scotland. But, kind of, but with more bright colours.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah.
And slightly less deep fryers. Scotland has more deep fryers than
We fry everything, yeah. Well, it takes the edge off the depression. You know, just to fry everything. You go over there all the time, do stand-up, no?
I do, and I love Scottish land.
Scottish land is
the plaid, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster and whatnot.
Yeah, chupacabra, I call it.
Chupacabra. Yeah. Of course, if the chupacabra lived in Scotland, he'd be called like Chewie or something like that.
Chupacabra!
Yeah, because everybody gets a nickname there.
Yeah, that's right. Big Chewy Capabra. Yeah. Hey, we gotta go. There's others. They gotta do infomercials after this. We have to get out of here. Greg Proops, everybody. We'll be right back.